You're my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody say, ah. Oh, oh. Say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, yeah. Enough to say thank you. Say, Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I express my gratitude? How can I express my gratitude for all the many things you Father, you done for me, yeah. Words are not enough to say thank you. Say, Lord, you are, you're my everything. Say, I call you Jireh. You're my provider. I call you Nisi. You are my battle. I call you Rapha. Hey. You are my healer. Say, Lord, you are.
Yeah, abusia yemede yemenije se enanso so menya kwan na mene wo babedi juma a what to the ding said the community and the law. Your friend will reku owusu frimpon. Ene me nya kwan na me tunsa frɛ se frɛ obi no so frɛ obi na fe yenyina yemra ehia. The community and the law is running between now and the next 2 hours, which is 4 p.m. here in the UK, 3 p.m. in Ghana, and wherever the top of the hour, wherever you are. I will say, ye banu jumedi swa, de ye de ebro a year, and koma efa emrahum. Yani BWF Solicitors, and a jume. Nane and topic no senia uhu ewo screen no so was say, can I be exempted from immigration application fees if I cannot pay? Se untimi entua application fees na. Yebetimi ade achew senia amanfo bisa say ye fee waiver eno ene ho nkeka ho ananso so se bibi asiwa kwamo na fe untimi entua wo fee na eden ena obetimi aye application fee no kra eye sen categories be ewo mu anase to say yebesua ade ye ne lawyer penia ofri BWF Solicitors eden komo no eba be hihye so enenti make am for ama se bright na fe yenko. It's the community and the law. MNG Mahosepe say menya bre na fi me no babetna na ye did the community and the law at the bro the very last Saturday of the month of April 2022 and unti say ye wiena sa na ye good news na say me de bro good news am de bro and the answer to the question that you have always posed sabi enye ensetia ni nyina na eyepe wo hwe 5 year we I know people are asking me, I don't know what name with them. Well, I would be telling you that that's not the essence of it. But I'm saying, if you look at the heights of all the 5 fingers, they are not the same. Inti obi oha obi nyesika edi etua ni application fee. Obi oha onyesika mfentua. Question be o me say bisa na application fees no kra saying there are various visa categories and application categories. Na se eba no se utua wo fee na saying se minisika ede enemaye betimi ayimi anase timi amame exemption na fee me de ateteme ho because minisika. How do I even prove that minisika? All these things would be on the board and we'll be having answers to that. Yeah, live BWTV so YouTube and our Facebook and our live and so our BWF Solicitors YouTube page and a Facebook page and our things so live our BW Radio so across the globe. Oko BW communications.co.uk link no that is where you would have the best in radio. Say utie Ghana news and yum and and then the community and the law is live on BW Radio. Say make say if you hear from a recruitment point, many BWF Solicitors in penny for and Eddie Jumedi no bro BWF Solicitors 214-2218 Tottenham High Road no so 7 Sisters North London. Omoye Juma Monday to Friday free and upon 9:30 kopema numero 6 o'clock. Unkoma yade ekoma won mremu nkomo enti se mremu no wonte ne ma bia se opese eboa your application me opese lawyer for kukuja wo court na afi yade won sama hodo no nyina akugu judge for anim na appeals ne ade a waye no ye ka na afi udi nkomo enkonima ene na woni BWF Solicitors ene edi nkomo. I recommend that to you. Se obefre won 0208 493 7340. Missy number no so 0208 493 7340. And I also say over 077 127 61884. 077 127 61884. I was saying, so Abaswa, in Saturday, Abba, Mehu, young class preferred na Jima, and Nike, and Tilly Jima, and Mamakaho. Obi and my friend or say, and Commoner Asha, see we are live and in charge. And in Tibomodi and say, Obaba Kayo, award the community and the law. Wiki more any month, Munina, April, more Dimu birthday, near day, Ichamunina, Mamunina, Afisha, Panyame, and Tomunkom. You celebrated your birthday together with our principal and our inspirer, mentor, and the boss, Uncle Ben. The 13th, no D, the birthday. Wow, so dear. April Muno, Yemao, happy birthday. And we're going to a new month, so obviously, we want to say happy birthday to those who are going to celebrate their birthdays in May, and that will be in advance. I was here, young Kwe, say, yade asida Emma BWF Solicitors na ne kwanso. But in the meantime, mami Emma unhu nipa ene yade na ba di jumano. Lawyer Charles Asmah senior munimno. Many Lawyer Charles Asmah ene nyame adaruma waboano na afi Brantifo papa senior media. You know the kind of Brantifo na waba be cheche ne manum. Enti Lawyer Charles Asmah memo akwaba.
Yeah.
With a CP and that's what saying me had dream but I take your Saturdays away.
It's for the community.
That's
it's
right.
For the community, yes.
And inti say what kind of one so share page no na yenko akwa a year and crack na yede abro na yede asida ede ama BWF Solicitors. And when we come back we'll start the conversation.
Yeah, fair ma ye wo London. Ya ji abasobodie bebre. Ne ya redare ewo mranse mu. Eye legal services, be to say family law, matrimonial law, immigration, dispute resolution, Ghanaian customary, any family law. Wo BWFDA, yen solicitors edi enijie ene twitwaje wo na ye bo nso nya den kra. Yen partner penin pa Bernardo Wusu aye lawyer ewo UK memu bebru mfie duonu nkron 29 years. BWF Solicitors kura wo ho. Inti se ba na ebusuansem bi te se child care, eya abofrahwe mu, awaregya ye ho twema mentwe. Ene ohye ana injunction ye de to domestic violence so a, ye ma wo legal assistance ya edimu na ye adwuma nso. Ye child care, any family team no nim nia wo famu ewe ni eya wo brei mu. ɛno nti ne yɛto yɛn bo ase ma wafoto a ɛsɛ fata ɛwɔ kokoa mu. Yɛn senior partner ɛyɛ obi a Law Society Family Law Accreditation Panel agyina to mu na ɔsan so yɛ member na kyerɛ sɛ ɛba no sɛ yɛgyina w'akyi ɛtwitwa agyew ɛwɔ family ɛne matrimonial cases ho a wonni haw koraa. Wopɛ advice ɛwɔ immigration nsɛnsɛm ho wɔ BWF Solicitors deɛ yɛn immigration team no abredare ɛwɔ general immigration ho nsɛmsɛm kosi complex immigration, work permit, student visa ho ntotoyɛ ɛne entry clearance visas, family visas ne appeals. Yɛn senior partner ɛyɛ member na wasan gyina tom ɛwɔ Law Society Immigration Accreditation Panel. Enti sɛ yɛtae w'akyi a wonni haw koraa. Yɛbie yɛn office free dwada ekosi fiada anɔpa nɔnkron pɛɛ mu ekosi enumere nonsia ɛyɛ 9:30 a.m. kosi 6 p.m. ɛna memeneda nso ɛyɛ appointment nkoa free anɔpa nondu ekosi ewia nɔnan ɛyɛ 10 a.m. kosi 4 p.m. Yɛwɔ 4th floor ɛwɔ Anna House 214-218 Tottenham High Road, London N15 4NP. Sɛ wo nante free 7 Sisters Underground nso a ɛyɛ kwan tiaa bi. Yɛn senior partner Bernard Owusu san yɛ barrister yɛagyina to mu na ɔyɛ Ghana Bar Association member ɛna wasan gyina sɛ mmaranimfoɔ ɛwɔ court cases a ɛfa Ghana law ho. Wɔ advising local authorities, official solicitors office ne solicitors bebree ɛfa Ghanaian law ho yie. Na ɔsan yɛ obi a ɔtae kasa ɛwɔ radio ɛne TV so fa Ghanaian law ho.
BWF Solicitors ɛna yɛne wɔn ɛdi dwuma yɛda wɔ ase sɛ ɛnɛ nso so wagye atom sɛ ɔbɛtae akyi ma yɛde dwumadie no ɛde abrɔ. Later on in the show no yɛbɛbie yɛn phone lines no na wode wo question and now concern no ɛde aba wetimi afrɛ yɛn ɛwɔ yɛn telephone number no so yɛde ɛbɛto screen no so na wohu sɛnea brɛ no so a wobɛfrɛ anaasɛ wobɛgya comment on our comment page wɔ YouTube and Facebook na yɛde nkɔmmɔ no ahyɛ so yɛde questions no ɛne wo concern so ɛbɛto lawyer anim na afei wayi ano ɛde ama yɛn ɛnɛ yɛnhwɛ deɛ ɛkɔ na afei yɛni nkɔmmɔ nhunu sɛnea ɛsi tie BWF Solicitors na otwi mu ɔma yɛn bibia ɛwɔ sɛ yɛde ɛbɔ yɛn ntoma ano na ɛno ɛna mepɛ sɛ mepagya ɛde ɛbrɛw ɛnɛ awie kai sɛ April ɛnɛ ɛyɛ the last day of April nti ɛkyena 1st May we go into a new month nti April nyinaa deɛ wantimi anya no bɔ mmɔden sɛ media wobɛkɔ so na wayɛ teach you sɛ ɛfa no applications ɛne ɛho nsɛm immigration sɛm nyinaa ɛwɔ UK ha bɔ mmɔden a sɛ wode bɛkɔ akɔma BWF Solicitors sɛ medical aka no wɔ 2142218 Tottenham High Road no so ɛwɔ 7 Sisters North London yɛnhwɛ dual British national any deportation we abɛyɛ one of the thorny issues war UK immigration nsɛm mu na deɛ ebrɛbi sɛ mo bɛkae Uncle Ben ɛbɔ ho dawura bebrebe call various platforms so ɛde to just saa nsɛm a ɛba sɛ yɛbɛtumi agye wo British nationality afiri wo nsɛm wabra yɛmbɔ amaneɛ no na ayɛ amhwehwɛ na hu any ade omo ɛkan say people are trying to fight it. Yes, but ni nyinaa mu no ɛwɔ sɛ utimi enya emu entiase yie pa April 2022 year case bi apaganity BWF Solicitors epese ye hunu senia esitia na de aba eni we say Zulfikar versus SSHD 2022 EWCACIV 492 14th April year and a case by and ebeto just sound say BWF Solicitors here omo ebobo modern na fi wayi ade ato abonten ade amaya na de work and say the fact that a foreign criminal had lived in the UK all their life and or had committed the offense which rendered him liable to deportation while he was still a British citizen does not mean that there was no public interest in his deportation, even if he was born in the UK. My name say related to sir, you say Rwanda case be Boris Johnson say he say ra UK mu na one for kwampanso ni Rwanda, they have the right to deport you to Rwanda. So you want to be free. Now, what the other make quite well, Sano, okay, can me name say lawyer for no ebe to me actually must say, well, I buy this one Rwanda for agreement. Yeah, by any day. A day between I found. But here, wabra, ye bit me actually will British citizenship every one sem. Abra, what could diboni be? Na, who say, there's public interest and security issues around Bonina we dealing into the yintimi ne wo enter han yintimi emma wo enye British citizen. It sounds fairly straightforward, but what me me lawyer ni nti mame ko lawyer Charles Asmah lawyer Mr. Wadarema boame na de ebeto dwai yenhwe senia brofo no mode beba fom na afi yenso yehunu senia esitie mame mpagya saa brofo no ene case aba na nsen emfa ento na yenhwe senia esitie lawyer
That's bebre. We take the opportunity to welcome you and to thank you for making time once again with the community and the law brought to you by BWF Solicitors. Today we are going to have a conversation, and as we always do, we meet you with a taster, and that's your main or the first course. The first course is the nugget, and today's nugget borders on deportation of foreign criminals, whether you are a dual citizen or not. And we are looking at breaking the law down because this case law has just been promulgated, the case of Zafika and the Secretary of State, and this is just fresh because it's April 2022. Now, the Secretary of State has powers under Section 3, Subsection 6 of the 1971 Act to deport a foreign criminal. Now, we have to understand who a foreign criminal is. So if you commit an offense that borders on public interest, it could be drug-related, could be sexual offenses, it could be terrorist activities, it could be any offense that in the interest of the public you are not fit to live with the community. You usually be sent to prison, you serve your term, you come out, then you have to be removed from Britain. So if you are not a British citizen, then you are a foreign national, and this will apply to you. What if you are a British citizen? Well, the argument is there, but there is also a standpoint on the case of, or the issue with Amina Begu, another young lady who went to Syria to support the fight there, finished and wanted to come back, and they said, no, you can't come back.
Yeah.
You have a home elsewhere, and therefore you can go because your inclusion in society is not in the interest of the public. Now, she is a British citizen, or was a British citizen, because it wasn't like she had renounced her citizenship. And even that, in the interest of the public good, she was denied entry back into Britain. So that is one side. So if you look at this case law, you can see that the second part says, was still a British citizen does not mean that there was no public interest in his deportation, even if he was born in the UK. Okay. So this one is quite clear that whether you are a foreign national or whether you are not a foreign national, that's a British citizen, as long as the offense borders on public interest, your deportation can be initiated.
Inti betimi aba se wakodi boni wakun obi
so it could be murder,
wakoto bomb.
Yes, all those
things, you know. You betimi deport, even though you wo ha naturally no o British born and one character say me British. You betimi agye because when you Brunia ufri krimu and kasa bia wa acquire citizenship because you wo and all that.
So you can see that the case here you can want say me signing panel no a foreign national because now we're renouncing the citizenship. Okay. So I just say I go back to the root. Say me corona me fiso no citizen now, no longer a British citizen. Now we're also looking at the second part of Nugget here by say, we read the second part now, or say committed the offense which rendered him liable to deportation, whilst he was still British citizen, does not mean that there was no public interest in his deportation. What it means is that even if at the time of committing the offense, you are a British citizen and that offense borders on public interest, it being British citizen will not protect you from your deportation, as long as the offense borders on public interest.
Okay.
So the question, the key test now will be, is this affecting or infringing on the public good or the public interest? Can we live with you if you have committed this offense? Whether you are a foreign citizen living here, settled, or whether you are a British citizen, but your root comes first from your original country or your first country.
Right. In this situation, you go back to the situation, which is a big bother. Say, they can deport you, they can take your citizenship away from you without notice. And no, that's so original, and also or more assassin.
Right. So, Senia, friend is saying, we know, at this point, you know, according to say, things are more or less, we better say, oh, a chum one is saying chum. So we are still expecting, say, okay, right, this is going to be the position of the government, or this is going to be the position of the masses who spoke against it. But either way, no, ne patch say you show ye. Because nyanyama no ebobo eba, you can see say we 2014 April ana
2022
it's 2022 April 14th April ana omo promulgate here. What it tells you say, somebody might say okay, and they be in so no efisa issues na by and say yes some random because judges so they also follow the law. They also follow what is going on, public policies at the end. So somebody could say, is it because of air consulting na be as a judge way or take his position, you know, and we say, well, maybe the judge is very protective of the ordinary citizen of the land in the UK. But whatever it is, no, the opportunity say no one is safe. Whether you are, as long as you can identify yourself with another country, then you are not 100% national, so to speak.
And it brings in that very interesting conversation, and I'm saying, Apijano, say, you see, but just to see Adobako Canada, Adobako Rwanda, sorry. And no, son, I say, I identify with any country. Now, Omokako, yes, agreement on Rwanda, one on the Adoakohana.
Well, most countries have what we call bilateral agreement or arrangement. Okay, there was one time where it is US wanted to set up a military base in Ghana, and it became very heated in terms of the discussion. Eventually, it didn't happen. But countries tend to have such discussions. And if, for example, Britain has an arrangement with Rwanda that, you know what, we want to set up a base here so that all those seeking asylum or all those trying to cross the channel to Britain, all those who feel that they don't have anywhere to live, okay, they will not necessarily live on British soil, but they will live there and we take care of them.
Oh.
So Britain are power.
No, I'll be doing yes, I don't.
They are sure. If you know back home, I mean, it's bad the way things are going, you know.
Yeah.
Because you cannot really tell.
That's right. Yeah.
Say, oh, we are citizens here, no. Then you live your life anyhow.
There's a citizenship, no. The British ebeye.
Of course.
UK ni ebeye. But and yet sacrosanct to say unsaka no yintimi nyimfo.
So there are duties and rights.
Okay.
So the rights are there and you can assert all those rights. But the duties are also there for us to ensure that we follow through. And so what be citizen was said the saying. So yes, was said yes, I will be born mine. They say, oh, you say, who say, oh, or mine one. Then they can take a decision, say, now, oh, crown, ya do what to. That's all Baba bore mine, dear. And the young say, baby, or I bet me do I day.
And do I
It can be if you buy a kind of one, then you go back there. Say, quite you are, that's where we say you are stateless. Then we look at the stateless argument. Because we are stateless there, the young to me for Uncle 2 epum. That means that they have to allow you to live in Britain. Because we are stateless. Then the state can then look at how are they going to...
Well, let me see you. You can be also from those angles, sir. A corona, you saw your door back. Be a horn with Johnny free and waba. Inti say no more bilateral agreement. Na say was here do sound co-chair. A horn with Johnny free one waba. Would you be able to fight it and say a horn with Johnny free until you can't take me there? Probably you can take me elsewhere, but not back to my country.
It depends on the context and the argument you are putting across, if it's tenable enough. Because you put back and say, yes, me Johnny free and na maba. Edi kan no kwan ben na wo fa so a udwane eden edi fi
ho ba.
And na ye be share record na ekoso sa oman no mu no say eye oman a nkrofo eni enka wo mu anase ntokwa bi koso anase gidigidi bi ekoso a obi ntumi ntina ho ana. Yes I can say na eno ano no. In those days, that's why a lot of people in those days will go through countries na eye war zone ni genocide na de ekoso ewo ho no. Imagine somebody saying say media draw because Ghana come on, they won't listen to you in the first place because it's possible. For cry air course or mukaka settle Ghana. But what can say beer would you because beer, let's say Ukraine, for example, then it will be tenable to say beer you are very vocal and all those things, and therefore you don't call back at some battle. Then more or less, so you found there, so won't you mean there, then you are stateless. And imagine Obia also you're stateless. Or what connection with that country. Now you should be our passport impo. Where you use passport in the pen, I guess I had a fee. Even long after say why back room hanu. But you know that is why do you say unfi ho but ukra a ho and that's why a ho passport impo.
Okay.
Santi ukwa bibi betumi den. Esi ato. In the stateless argument, you know, it's in context.
Okay.
And your case should be so clear and convincing that we there on the face of it, you know, nipa way, you know, we're stateless.
Okay. Yeah, Abusia Safi and Wabakaya, we implore you to share the page. Your number the Juma no send a text and a WhatsApp in our screen so 07950 422-780 07950-422-780. And answer Ebreno so na you can say obitimi afra. You can call us on 07399-208-468 07399-208-468. The community and the lawyer, lawyer Charles Asmah and AD and Komo na and or the young ebefa young questioner. Actually I dream so na ye pese ibisa. Maka na me pese me sense subio say and certain we don't have all the fingers being the same. One may be well endowed to be able to pay any fee that is charged. Others are also hard up. And unti say ye kasa untia £1 cry bi cry ebitimi ayedin. And unti question ebisa na say mintimi entia the application fee na would I be exempt? Can I be exempted from immigration application fees if I cannot pay? It's a very straight question. Mimi sound straight aside before we go into the nitty-gritties, lawyer. What is the answer to this question?
So the answer is yes, but with a proviso. So the proviso will be that yes, you qualify to be exempted, and 2, you can meet the exemption requirement.
Yes and no. Okay. I like the yes part because that is where the money will be forgiving me. But me pesami bisa say application fee no cry. Why do you even have to pay an application fee? Saying any year, are there various categories of application fees? Yeah, and it's lawyer. For the class 1, I really am a novice. Why do we even have to pay application fee? Application fee is saying any tier. Are there categories? And now say, application at home officer, there's a standard fee that I have to pay no matter the type of application I'm making. It's cost na interest in this.
Yo, me that's be and viewers and listeners. And senior, you know, every government department, let's say agency, has been given some level of autonomy to be able to carry out its statutory and regulatory duties.
Okay.
One of the statutory duties or regulatory duties in terms of the Home Department, what we call the Secretary of State, the Home Office, is that they deal with everything bordering on immigration, bordering on security of the land, and so on and so forth. Santi Abino Edi Aquinya Amawon said, one, umetumi is self-sufficient, and at the same time, umetumi aye jumani. Santi say kobase, as so much charge for their service there, they will charge for it.
Okay.
One of the services no government department and say agency providing immigration services across the globe, not just in the country itself, but across the globe. Santi, whether the service is being bought internally or externally, the buyers will have to pay for it.
Okay.
Depending on the circumstance. And the question is say akwanya ewo hwa na say embra no ma won kwan say o charge for sa service no a embra no so etumi ma won ohye bi say so bi entumi entua a omo emboa sa nimpa no e da say o meti so ama no ana say o mbeyi amade ba man free ana. That is the conversation for today.
Okay.
The power to exempt those who cannot afford the service.
Okay. And then young fee, sabi say £1. I will cast a minty obviously, and then there are questions. It is obvious to say a bono a was true. You the type of fees amount for a year. How much is the application? Is it one across board? And now depending on the type of application I will
Yo, so depending on the type of application sika utia ewo ho. We're not going to go through the long list of applications and their fees, but suffice to say that we can touch on a couple of them.
Okay.
And she is, for example, if you outside, now we'll back inside, or you are making entry clearance application, it could be say a visit, fee no extra. Could be say a student, fee no normal. Could be say, oh yeah, transit, fee no, and he be a. But say, oh, your application with the view to settlement. Who say, oh, benefit be brave was application.
Okay.
So,
okay.
Apart from EU applications, any application be a with immigration, as I say with your car. The entire EU free say it's free movement of goods, people, and services. Under the EU treaty. So if it is free movement of people there and my people are moving to your place there, why will you charge them? And that is why EU applications are free. But say EU application there, then the power rests with the Secretary of State to say, we better charge you say.
Okay.
And this will be your application from outside. Now our banners be or on the year and it's a new kununa or joining one. So we are talking about for about at least $4,800 because outside now I'm quoting in dollars.
4,800.
4,800 is 4,760 something, but let's use a significant figure of $4,800.
Okay.
Which is IHS plus the main application. For nipa bako, nkwala wo mu a ebi baba beka ho. So you can see the cost no involved no.
Ebi wo mo.
And as we yen wo inside nso a what UK now we your application depending again on the type of application we no fee no different in the application most of the time no dodo no den free no leave to remain or limited leave to remain ko dodo no omo yema won kakra na echire no omo akwaje afebo no nti nkrofo omo ya afebo application no compare to one a wo ye 2.5 no a 2.5 no do so saying afibofoɔ no 2.5 no at the moment we are looking at 2,613. It's actually £1,560 for the IHS, Immigration Health Surcharge, which gives you the right to access
healthcare,
the healthcare or the NHS services if you are living in the country. So more or less, let's call it insurance.
Okay.
So the insurance component of the application is 1,560. October 2021, it cost through, and it went up huge. First, 1,000 for 2.5 years. Now jump to 1,560 for 2.5 years. Then you pay the application fee itself, which is £1,052.20 thereabout. That's why we round it up to say 2,613. Into which year for nipa bako. There's a model so you can imagine. So let's look at a simple example. Be a family of 5 or more application. Now we are able to 2,613. Into Ushemwa, we are looking at 13,000 thereabout.
A family of 5.
Family of 5 now or more applications. So looking at least about 13,000 pounds. The sound crop for year as so much 13,000 pounds. The question is how long will it take them to save up? So what you say?
Yeah.
So that's the starting point. It is affordable if you can afford, but where you cannot afford, then it will not be affordable. If it is not affordable, what do I do? So here we are. Then, if it is indefinite leave application, we are talking about more than that. If it is naturalization application, is different, and so on and so forth.
So obviously, no application type will be a fear or more a charge. Minim sebia more that knowledge, but Home Office yama omo kwan say omo charge fee no for the services they are providing. Government no use it's a difficult question, but maybe sir use as a revenue tool and now say services no more provided no omo de omo ho eninti yebetua caseworker ka yebe week or weekanti yehwe ni nyina eno ene yede hwe so a charge. Do you know the criteria omo de hwe so a charge in each type of application?
Very interesting question, but so okaya nche bia na akwala bi de aban court to say or your application for indefinite leave to remain as a citizenship application registration. Na is say nkomo de omo ede channel case no court e crofo kwa ka say oh na say de omo say omo be yisa nkwala de na efi ho na court e kan say Secretary of State is independent arm of the department, the Home Department is independent arm of the state. And therefore, say government agents now owe to me to do what ought to be done. And also, or start to me over decided and here ebe cost for the service now the mark for front. So in your court, maybe decided how much they should charge.
Okay.
So what I say?
Okay.
What the judge is saying is that the right is theirs to exercise.
What goes into determining say no or say meje? And that's the concern because even though we might not have the power to ask them to reduce it because an act of parliament and then go into it and then almost sorry arbitrarily then they charge anything.
Right. Now what we say let's look at the forces of demand and supply. So now let's go to economics.
Okay.
The seller makes the price. The seller is the price maker.
Okay.
And the buyer is the price taker. You take if you have a choice, or leave it if you have a choice. And because there is monopolistic system or environment, apart from say apply through the Home Office, if you want leave to remain, where else will you apply it? So there's monopoly. And in a monopolistic environment, the seller is the king.
Okay.
The buyer takes or leaves it. So you have to ask, do I pay and get what I want, or I should question it, get upset, and leave it. Well, it's up to you. What goes into the so what goes into the pricing of that service? You know, nobody knows their pricing strategy, but I think they have premium pricing strategy as well, because they have premium system and standard system. Okay. So if you want cheap, you go for cheap, and the cost is there, the consequence is there. It can delay. If you want to pay more, you pay more, and you are given premium service. Within 24 hours, you are done with your application, you get your result. So the choice is there. But in terms of the seller, there's no competition.
Yeah, obviously.
And therefore, the seller is the king in this market. So whether you like it or you don't like it, we give the power to the seller, but we try to see where we can take advantage of the mitigating factors. And the mitigating factors could be, say, do I qualify for any exemption from this seller? Then I have to take advantage.
Yeah, I was saying and the community and the law and bro lawyer Charles Asmah if we BWF Solicitors say and on the AD and Komoy say Oko BWF Solicitors omo eye juma Monday to Friday if we anopa 9:30 ekopem 6 o'clock. The applications any immigration some any emremu some ahodo ni nyina ekokodan wa di ho dwuma e de mayen mpa enti frɛ wɔn na afi eniwo eni enkomo edu memenda awia se ne ba community and the law so wɔboa ababeboy na yɛde yen questions to anim no ayi ano on so at the topic ba ma be chichire yemu this particular question we have posed and put before them idea amount for per year say obisa say application fees ahodoa home office no ebi o ha yentimi looking at the situation where you're charging 2,613 and a family of 5 that's almost 13,000 and over you better tua busumi aketua kra say probably apart from papa and mama nkwala mi ensa ebeka ho no omo nya adwuma mo ye students nti so your application na fe ye de kotumu so 13,000 no ye kofa no ewo he so in that situation what do we do would I be exempt and no any question and me bisa ebusia me ba cho wo question and wo concern no meji wo text so 07950422780 07950422780 and our web phrase 07399 208-468 07399-208-468 and also comment section of both young Facebook page and the YouTube page na wajaho but udruha please like the page subscribe so that you get notification whenever it is that we put anything on the platform na wo senia esi ekro obetimi edo consents no eja ewo lawyer Charles Asmah lawyer ni ewo BWF Solicitors ene oni yen edi dwume mahu say Stephanie Wendy who also gifted dakwa ewo so and K, you are here. Thank you very much. Samarathunga Vikramarachi, you're also watching with us. Thank you so very much. Now, Bimpo Ansa, Julie Du Ansu, we have Sachi Kwabna Fokyo, you are here. Duke Khan, Leslie Aite, Covenant Grace, also so Oshe Ajinim Boateng Oha, Tilly Duma, Ezekiel Johnson, Dorcas Adum, Nana Ajimang, Sansuso, Anna Yewo, Nana Hima Sapong, Eric Oche, Bafo, and several others who are online. And he say waba no share page na amamfo so lawyer. Now back to the question.
Right.
How do I let them know say mintimi and afford it and I should qualify for exempt? Maybe it's a question from the beginning. I want to repeat it. Say, does anybody at all have the right to say, give me exemption?
Good. So we're going to start with that question. Is the exemption for everybody? Now,
but Tony Daisy said, I'm also here. Tony, yes, I've seen
Tony.
You.
So, Senior Yakayano, Embrano, Emma, a point say, Secretary of State, ebe charges a fee now or charge no. Embrano could be primary legislation, act of parliament, or subordinate legislation, which is what we call omo some policies na de omo ahihye no na yeke say subordinate or secondary legislation no. But whether it is primary or secondary no eyamra.
Okay.
Now, Section 3 of the Human Rights Act 1998. What can I say? Saban ehihye emra, whether big emra, which is primary legislation, or small emra, which is subordinate legislation. That emra no, as far as possible, should not be incompatible with convention rights.
Okay.
Which is emra na aban behihye no, enkoba se emra nti ontumi endi convention rights no eso.
Okay.
Convention rights in the saying convention rights in the European Convention of Human Rights, I friend of human rights, they be I say human right articles no. Now one of them is Article 8, which borders on right to family life, right to private life.
Okay.
So you have right to private life. What it means in immigration sense, and say Matina Krum had 20 years. Now brasso, now submit my application I may by year based on my private life. Then I'm doing this application based on human right, private life, Article 8. And this awashem rabia emma mean to me exercise right in the then you are breaching Section 3 of the Human Rights Act 1998. Because Section 3 says, as far as possible, no mra wo be hihye no me hwene na enkoba se mra nti untumi endi human rights emra no so.
Okay.
The mra no say some crofo tua fees. Meboa and some way your application. That is the mra no. Human rights is also said no right to private life. Intimate your application under 20-year rule. And that's application under 7-year rule some ya kwala. And that's application under 10-year rule. Because the rule we are kwala we do 10 years ni all the changes I want. But so imagine we do a application we did 20 years private life application. Or could you 2.5 ne sikanti because aban say wa shem resetia. No no so to mean here. Let's just what can I say because of emrano a you cannot exercise your right. That would be breach of Section 3.
Section 3. Okay.
So Sanet here dear. The Secretary of State now has to revise its own policy to say in order not to affect the spirit and letter of Section 3 of this provision, you know, you better say obi a your application a human right, you know, you better no exemption if they qualify.
Okay. If they qualify.
Yes. So that answers your question. Who can make exemption request?
Request, yeah.
Those who are making human rights applications.
Hold on. Nti me mfa say me wa partner or Ghana. Me a British citizen. Me meet financial requirements and all the other things, but I can't application fee, no, I can't afford.
We are talking about in-country applications,
In-country
to remain applications,
okay.
Not entry clearance applications.
Very good. So I like that clarification. The air can here obia obe qualify no here we in-country application. In-country application no
application we UK or maybe.
Okay.
Inti UK dada na we
what dada. Inti me mfa say amount 2.5 na we de bear mu. Wo kwa renew. And no in-country application.
And I say, what's na ha na wa yamo 2.5, no wa kwa renew. And I say, what's na ha na wa qualify for 2.5, no pesa we ye bi. Ni na no for as long as we yako home office direct, ewa ha no.
Wa bra wote ha.
Wote ha no, in-country, inside the country application, inside the UK application.
Okay.
Any other applications are outside the UK no. We are from foreign country. Now we are my visa, and my enter. So we say entry clearance application. Now, remember, Human Rights Act 1988 in Mrano, a UK Mra.
Okay.
That came from Brussels, and I say European Commission directive, which is transposed into law. In Mrano by and say, okay, now obey bia or women, shall say, affect human rights of the people.
Of the people.
Whether they are foreigners or they are citizens. That means Mrena wo ba hihye no as I say omudi bibi hyemu a ebeboa say okay say hihye mra fufuro bia because of human rights say hihye say mra we na ya ka wo ho no e affect for human rights.
Okay.
Nti na ya kan nyina ne say mra no e UK mra. Since you cannot take advantage of the benefit of the provision of this law. And in an entry clearance application, no matter what it is, no one to make us say pay exemption. Of course, EU there and you establish say a different. So this is not EU discussion. In the entire EU, free say the treaty is based on free movement of people, goods and services. And therefore, as long as you are moving people, either yourself or other people, from and to within the treaty zones, you don't have to pay.
The brofo or the word exemption means to say, say you na kwa yimi free mu.
Yimi free mu.
Okay. Say yentimi nyu free mu. Is there any opportunity to have a rebate? There may be some say yebetimi no madiano.
Well, it's not a case for negotiation, but it's a case that you say, yes, this is how much it is, but I cannot afford based on good reasons. And I refer you to Section 3 of Human Rights Act, which says that if you are charging me fee based on your law, then you also have to bear in mind my Article 8 right, so that you exempt me from that law.
Okay.
And it's only people who qualify say, oh yeah, human rights application, either say family life application or private life application. Because a family life as a parent relying on a child, or as a partner relying on a partner, or as a child relying on parent, or all those applications, what we call FLRFP. Further leave to remain family private life.
Okay.
So with that, what they are saying is that because a family private life enforced under Article 8, unless an impananka I qualify,
okay,
and my own right, I meet the rules, then they have to pay, which is 5-year route. But where they are coming for support, and you are giving them discretion, then you put them under 10-year route.
Okay.
Because what they are saying that they don't qualify to make the application, but because of their human rights, they have to be considered. The signing pay application, say, one, is it a human right application? That's ticked. They will go to number 2. Do you have the money to pay?
Tick.
If you have the money to pay, can you pay all? If you can't pay all, how much can you pay? Maybe that is where you can say negotiation. So sometimes when you ask for help, nobody has been given some. Everybody gets 100% exemption. But it's also possible that, because there's one I did, and eventually they say, right, if he can't be given 100%, he will give in some percentage.
But it doesn't normally happen.
It doesn't normally happen. And even that, the argument eventually ended, said he was giving 100%.
There's this scenario in this country, very interesting one. Say, Memphis or Dubika, near Dawa, na Kudru court. Judge and say, okay, sign out bit me here. No proposal amount to be. If it's accepted, that is spread out for you. Pay in installments. Home office fee, meet me at Chichim, Munamino can say, Bosumi Bia in the 2.5 years now, the mamma, Bosumi Bia, Mitchim say 2,600 at the mammy for 2.5 years, which is 24 plus 6, 30 months. Into Mitchim 30 months to 2,600 divided by 30. And then meet me a tray in a month. Can that happen?
Right. You made a valid point earlier, said, so would you be cut? Now would you call to judge to make us a hin or bit here? That is different from Okoto dear, near say a born when they cut, they give you a choice to take it or leave it. That's the difference. And you know, more when your application now, my didn't work now, more for court.
Okay.
And the application is online. You pay, submit. You don't submit and pay. So you finish your application, then you go to payment stage. They ask you, do you have fee waiver or fee exemption? If you say yes, you enter your fee exemption code. If you say no, then you move to the next stage. Enter your card, pay, move to the next stage, enter your card, pay, submit.
Answer I'm out for the questions over. I've got a few on the platform and I've seen the phone started ringing. Question maybe said, what is the difference between fee waiver and fee exemption? Are they the same?
Right. I mean, fee waiver, fee exemption. We use the word exemption for the purposes of painting a general picture that if you can't pay, you can be considered.
Okay.
The legal term is waiver to the extent that it's a senka where you have the duty to do it, but you've been exempted or waived. So these are just synonyms.
Okay.
Yes.
I was here say o question me dear metimi abrobo so and I'm their lawyer so in tray mo no me gidi here say onso so wo ebia obepese odebeto so me wo Olivia Menuniam Olivia, thank you for coming on board. So and Tony Dadzi, I'm here. Tony Matonka, yes, my boy was so. So and Asmah, Diabadi, Sandy Love, Collins, William Dabanka, also so Nana Achiamehine is watching. Thank you, Nana. Obaya, Zay. Yisa huye kovichum so wajina Japan na sopoku Lizzie cha ena afein so yawo Linda Asante, very good. Me pacho sabri me activity lines no enti ubetimi asha se o fre na number o be fre no se ne medican abo so no o fre 07950 I know your text 07950422780 na INTO but my main fa text any kind emra lawyer maybe with me boy me or say what do I need to apply for settlement status as a dependent child after my 5 years continuous stay in the UK matcha 5 years settlement status or your dependent child. I'm assuming say yes, EU since maybe.
Right. Usually, so a dependent child. Time or no first application. No. Usually, nkwalano ye shenia parents na ewo.
Okay.
Na ye diade amawo. Enti obi oma obey application beba na ya man pre-settled instead of settled. Ekwabesa you go back to tell them say we akwala. And think I see a man settled. Okay. And a yakomano pre-settled. Okay. And sometimes depends on a case by case, depends on Nipano or be question a particular circumstance. You know, it could be say a mistake. Na because some of the man settled and akwalano settled and a commando pre-settled. And after 5 years, you know, will be say what is the way forward. That means the person could have already been. But say there you can point it out to them, say, oh, akwalano ne maame no anase ne papa no ogina no so anase ne nana no a ogina no so no o wade no dada as in say ya man no den settled status na ya command no pre-settled. Sometimes depend on how an no go about with the form no and so information would be share mu no and then obeka to say you qualify for settled status or pre-settled status. Ndi say yenwe say a case and the ban no a o kan ho asam no anesa akwala bia o kan ho asam no sana akọ ba obetumi ayi den take step na ya hwem. It might even be the case that you so all chain kwesi sa 5 no mo de amano no answer because akwala nko ade a let's depend nipa no or depend on so no ne circumstance no kire say oye your friend is saying EU national then can say signing pay way akwala way your man automatically. Okay. And you're going to make a step. Okay. Any came about question no so but I mean faculty on the phone. Next up we'll be doing what NK has brought in 07399208 Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, boss.
Yeah, good evening. Mr. Michelle, Mr. Welcome for some trivia.
Yeah, Joe, so boss.
Mr. This question I'll come in here back. Mr. Why are you visiting this? Now, Mr. Decision, some man, decision no, after I take it long. Now, you know, Bukino, a friend say, tourist attraction no Bukino, at the end, young from Monday. Into no, one cancels ya, and if you can be said, so, a moment decision, into no, or who say on cancel or sign on booking of rules, I don't know, no percent or cancel no. But that's an
Yeah, tonka here, Koso.
No percent or cancel no, and then Nanko booking no by Monday. Monday, no, to be on cancel and answer because so Chaisia, you know, by a shegu. It's kind of a shegu.
Okay.
And also, come on a bit my.
Okay.
Are you live?
Oh, you're live, yeah.
Master, when I offer last week, when I offer last week.
Yes.
I remember this question.
Okay.
What can I say? Answer a question.
I answer by first saying, Madam for no manner, you're sending email man for say, you cancel now, you say rebook it again. But once you book here, almost as if me, a friend saying, sir, recently when you book, you know, until now, you who makes me reach my phone.
Right. I mean, there are certain things that lawyers can do and things that the sellers who sell the services can do. The nipa bi say say ko bi sa won no omo say you say or cancel no book for. Na obi bi sa lawyer say the nipa ne kan no menya ne sa and say ma menya ne sa. But what you know has nothing to do with the law. Because nipa na oton ade ama no kan say conditions e wo ho ne say ko ba say un yusu bi mu a cancel yes I will see can be den e be hye. But so one cancel no a share omo face kan e den e ma wo. So you are in a dilemma. We cancel between the time now be cancel now be make a decision now be book fufuro no fikesi for so be make den decision. Ah ma akoye contact omo hu sa ade na ya den ya cancel. Pacho yes na tie. Na usuro say won cancel bia na nkofo ne kohu akire. No ma ka say wa cancel ade no say de wonya anko biem. Na one cancel so we lose sika. Yes na tie.
Yes, that's right.
Right. So na tie dia I mean, a weekend. So weekend there, Samia, we there any advice on this because I haven't read the terms and conditions of that service, no. But say I mean I'm finding myself in this situation. I will weigh the options. Is it better to cancel or keep it and pay for the money even if I lose it? And if I'm going to cancel, na me buku fufura. Say me cancel this year, can I rebook immediately? So make me rebook immediately. I will cancel now and quickly rebook, so that I will have new date. Into nkrofo no ba contact no na me din wo ho dada say me book hotel. And no make me try say me yen weekend. Bia nipa no a obe make decision no o fear onko ejuma. Because Ghana and maybe some nipa no will not be working on the weekend. And you say next Saturday na me person me yes idea na I'll have half an hour, 30 minutes to cancel and rebook. But measure say me cancel make me a new booking. Because our company now ready on details. I there no mean to me sano. Because Mr. Sano about affecting my application, you know. So anti measure say me cancel make me a rebooking. And it's only on marker say no, me say you can cancel and rebook there. Then you cancel and immediately rebook. So that the address does not change. But you have extension of time. Any time you are my friend, I confirm say we book accommodation. Within by what say yes, it's already secured for some person way. Why?
Well, patrol. And then tourists will know your friend say attractions never can. They take it in like can because we tell you automatic cancel. And you know, you may book at one and you book by you know. Attraction in a friend yes, we say it is a book here. I see a confirmation in my home office for, and then like Madam for no year also because we're there and it's not a
but whatever your friend will do, no, as I say, will take action and me boa.
That's why.
And he said, when taking action that. Then you are also useless. And he say, "Mia, na misro say what do I do? Already made this attraction center no address any details ama fikesim for. Ne eba sesa say me rebuku a eba sesa wo ho no date no me boa. Pacho
The line not drop it.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
And there would young kana ontie. Because oribuku a ne abesesa no date no. Nti se bia date no nde. Oribuku a the date will extend to maybe next month or June. Nti se yami a nka me ribuku a meye no up to June. By June dear now hopefully the decision right abba. And because the same company attraction company no ensesa the only thing asesa no date no nia wusuru ni say bi o maba from kwakọ frɛ won so mo frɛ won na ye bo medin be wo ho ye bo address me de ye we so to confirm the same address they won't ask say have I cancelled and rebooked. They will just want to know, say, have I booked to visit that place?
Okay.
And as long as I'm in cancel, they will say, yes, the booking is active.
Okay. All right. Ezekiel will comment. I'll say, wow, thank you, Lawyer Charles. So the first part is for the applicant to qualify to be exempted. And the second part is for the applicants to meet the exemption requirement. I said it. There's a big difference between English and law. BWF Solicitors speak law, so please go and see them with your legal matters. They are your best bet. Ezekiel, thank you for this.
Thank you, Ezekiel.
Mofanto website and also mami bio. Mami share way nana obrimpon. Please, what's the requirement for European national residing in the UK through pre-settlement scheme and want to bring his or her children to the UK? Will they go through the 18,600 and other finance for other children?
Right. So if you are living in the UK as a EU national, by all means, or partner one entity. Now, what partner I want entity no, I will depend on no because I was pre-settled was the pre-settlement, and the meaning say a person can say through EU settlement scheme, but see pre-settlement scheme. Sometimes people get it mixed up.
Okay.
But say pre-settled or say EU settlement scheme. Question is say we are then will be rule as a scheme no emu. So wo fa wo partner so na will be rule emu a wo mba no a e wo fie no e ya wo partner no step children.
Okay.
Into wo partner no betumi make sa application no from outside because nkwala na area application so mo sponsor stepfather no e wo krom ha and sra no sa applications no e koso in country applications no na EU applications no enkoso biem but out of country there ne there e koso ndi say wo partner yi a wo kana semi and I say sa obai a wo nkwala wo fie ni kunu no e EU ni a ne kunu no betumi a sponsor nkwalaa na wanya wakofa nkwalaa no ayeden aba step father. So the other way around so a maame no betumi a sponsor nkwalaa as step mother. But wonu a ukuta pre-settled the angasa de European conditions no different because wa ukuta pre-settled u dependi obi. And you want to me and prepare ho say me kwa kofa obi for Friday aba the ube te nipa kro na ute nechi no echi saa na onu di nanim ayeden akofa nkwala no because omo ye busuafo step father and as a step mother.
Okay, quick one yenkoy ni line so say obi betimi aye stateless when his parent root Burundian doesn't support dual citizenship and was born in the UK but never has been to his parents' hometown.
Right. Or say obi betumi aye stateless. No ma country no Burundi. In those days na issue ewo Burundi. The question is sa issue na ho ana.
Okay.
That is one test. The second test is this: Sanimpe we are ye won wo krom ha ya onko the country the krom nechi. We have to establish whether Burundi allows for dual citizenship. So Burundi allows for dual citizenship there, then automatically Sanimpe we or a dual citizen. Or see ye won wo krom ha but we don't know so we be a citizen. And that's all may a citizen. The first year doesn't make you a citizen unless you have become a citizen. Gone through registration, gone through naturalization, or your parents at the time of birth, no, no we UK citizens dada, then automatically wabeye. And it depend on the facts about this person, no, and the circumstance, no. On to me say or you're stateless per se, because you nimia ekoso ewo Burundi, sisi obejina so aka say on to me nkofie, and at the same time, ni parents no kra no onim baby omowo. Santi nka parent no a obekọ omo nchen no omo wo ho santi obetumi akọ but so muni ho there what can you do until all these conversations will have to go on for us to establish on the fact of these points, nipa way is likely to be stateless by merely coming from a country which had issues in the past
doesn't necessarily mean
allow you to become stateless.
Okay. All right. Number no senior Carbos on 07399208468. 07399208468. Hello.
Good evening, Vato. Me Olivia Nekase.
Olivia Kafra, I'm going to watch your
and yes, she.
Okay.
Me family line by Ebewu on the 28th of July. But me apply for Zambrano because I'm a British child. And I me bad boy so Ghana. With my family line. By Zambrano no menya certificate of application. Enti me say edua me say renew Emma me name me banner na say my confused and I miss me bisa. Say lawyer bitima abwane wo.
Yo, yada wasi bebre. Make sure some question will go to the benefit of other people. Now, senior okay, no, now we 2.5 on the so, and ubeya or ye British child ye, and so I say agent the so they switch to Zambrano, meboa. And I have brought certificate of application. Senior winning certificate of application, no, just confirmation, say application, no, yensaka, ye be di hujuma. Juma no mundi wiye. Ti wuntu mi kase ye de amawo. Na ne awo no a wo di twa wo ho no mpo enti a wo di ti krom ha no, na ebewi. Enti ye bom paye say by 28 July no na Zambrano na ba. But say mba ye dia, you cannot leave the only egg you have. You have to protect it by renewing that.
Okay.
Together with Wabano, we application manual under paragraph 297 or say for number because we 2.5 now, so I become sano. Oh, yeah, so I need the
Elizabeth the same date.
What the enemy at the man no me boa. Santi, make sure say we protect you home ne aqualano. The bonus one, man can say, Yamam is Zambrano assurance, Santi sanity. Protect this one. Make renewal application. So, bra we renewal no Zambrano no bar. Case closed. 2.5 no bar fine. And bar with you baby. But what you here?
That's right. Okay. That's it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, the CP also obeying after. But I text Adam Tuga Yakubu. What will happen if you fail to submit my court bundle within the 28 or 42 days after receiving the respondent's bundle?
Thank you very much. So this is appeal matter. So there are compliance. Remember last week, our discussion on why will the court not give me full cost recovery? Now, on my mommy be, no me jai be, and cry. And I said it's also based on compliance. And sometimes you know say nipa na comply to the point no. We in case no cry judge bet me aka say because 1 year XYZ ninti also 1 year be correct santi ye ma fee award. Now senior nimpa yi boss no ye ma direction no ye be ka try say within 28 days home office form for the amra about 90% of the time no they miss it home office for MSC but doesn't mean say also miss it. So you also have 42 days from Saturday to normal service that direction no, to file your bundle. But sometimes be a na nimpa no a or your appellant and I say nimpa no a or the na some aquadine court no the paperwork no and you're ready. So paperwork no na you're ready. So until when to meet direction date no a you still file your papers, the court will still receive it, and appeal will go through. Sometimes they will call you to explain why it is late in filing it. And as far as you have good reason to explain, because we are all human, then the court will allow that. The hearing will take place. If you win, the judge may say you have won, but I won't give you fee award because you didn't do X, Y, Z on time. That's the only difference. But in terms of can the appeal still go ahead? Yes, the appeal will go ahead. But just impress upon your legal rep. Say you want to represent you. Just make sure say papers are come with you. We try to gather now what the Akoma court.
Okay.
But as far as possible, no, compliance is compliance, and if you don't follow them, the court can sanction you.
Okay. In your BWF, I think we tried calling you back. So, no be Ewoswa. We'll try and call you back. Now, Otimi and lawyer Eddie and Komo. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
My Zambrano need me a certificate of application.
Oh, okay. You know what Casadada?
Pacho baby.
Okay, but you too. Why is Zambrano and my bro certificate of application? It took us all find out say on Sabeka. Similar to that previous question.
Right. You know your application, your bomb pie say. So lawyer no yeah. Nesabeka response positive. Now I catch the client they say yami adumi and saka. So one away wadi and so I bomb pie so mo de bama. That is expectation. But sometimes wishes are not horses. And because of that ninti a beer case where can we make a decision where catch us say we as Zambrano baby I won't qualify because a beer aqualano papa and I said or another person ever who obetumi ahwa akwala no santi you don't meet the full Zambrano criteria santi em farmer wo nti wona obebisa won say application Zambrano application am ye no me meet requirement ni nyina ana so we meet requirement ni nyina na o man farmer wo de a ene obetumi oni wakotwe e wo court but say nipa no de ba mawo anasa on farmer no na meka no say we ye wadwuma yie na we meet requirement ni nyina de a 99.99% no as a sort of mawo.
Okay, lawyer, say yensa abeka of front so I was so now fee the question and the concern no aba 07399208468 and I'll be sending WhatsApp and a text at the call 0795042278. You can also leave your comment, text and or question our platform also Facebook BWF Solicitors, YouTube BWF Solicitors. And our BWTV, Facebook, and YouTube. You're back call. So I think we missed your call earlier on, but fortunately we got you back. Hello.
Yeah, but recently, lawyer Kasane Kate no, Pacho.
Okay. Now the lawyer Kasane Kate. I'm saying they know all only in a venue now we're booking no.
Right.
Yeah, Pacho.
Yeah, responding. I mean, who cross so be so I responding or platform no. Eddie be abeto so.
Yeah. My main time fantasy lawyer and confirming of further. I think it's here. I think when you rebook. So when you update from the booking company, and Home Office will call them until so or when they are checking and the accommodation officers will confirm it for you. Say what book it at.
Right.
Or no, Obi no agent.
We will be agent.
Obi no agent or they are but
it is not always the case that they will. So we want to say they may.
Okay.
And because they may call them no, and so make sure say I didn't know. Until I'm afraid to find out why. Enko bas say I didn't know when I was say how na walk no. I just say na walk maybe I also walk no. Until the booking should be active. Until say ko bas say omo be friend one o me confirm say sa na tie. E bia na o ma friend na mbom nipa no be do airport Heathrow and I say Gatwick o me afraid be say nipa we ha na oba is it true?
Mpacho na dia ya pese ye hone se ejo me fisifo na ko bi se date be na oba na date bi ebuke no recently bi na dia enko funda momo na ejo o mo fisifo no be fi se ye touch wom because o no so date ye wom na new one se ebuke no eya so date be was different hon o ka na
Matuwas here, but there's nothing anybody can do about this. What friend Crawford no, I didn't be win there. Yes, I net here. And to Yahoo Bribi. You do nothing and you lose completely, or you do something. Now, obey extension. And almost they don't allow for extension, but you can cancel and rebook. So no more kameboa.
Yes.
It is some rebook or mama new date. Now, home office for frère, among friend could be say nimpa way or see or bad this time, sanetiana. They will check say nimpa way or booking or ho. But what just
okay.
Right.
Okay.
And they will confirm if you cross some frère, they can then say yes, the booking expired, so there has been reward booked. Then they confirm say booking or ho. Then they are satisfied say ampa. Maybe I will call no, send ya will call no, sanetia. But what just So you have to do what you have to do now, and what you have to do is almost a cancel and rebook. So immediately cancel and immediately rebook, so that we didn't know what system no more. As to whether if you can for being who say assistant no, they will explain why it has been rebooked if they want to know extra. Why?
Okay. Oh, that's bad. But that's it.
Okay. Yeah, that's CP. But your share page, you know, am I na over so in your so be why? Okay. All right. Also with me afre senia your boss so ade amount 07399 208 468 07399 208 468. Ofre na yentimi amfa the system will try and we'll give you a call back. Comment no so uja ewo platform no so for announcing penny for ebe picking na yede atoso ade amount. Share page no na obi enye bi kai say live ewo Facebook, yeah live ewo YouTube, yeah live also so ewo BW radio so and a lawyer any edin komo about yes untimi entia immigration application na you bet me amount exemption and say you comment way or say a little advice is for us to book all hotel and accommodation from booking.com, and in that case you can resolve your booking issues quickly. We have a advert
I'm saying our a proprietary interest and the equitable interest of baby. And fine,
no, but I think it's a good idea.
See, a good idea because sometimes you be book anyhow. And I'm afraid cry na ade na papa. There are instances will be a book idea, na you verify, you say lawyer, but be efficacy for verify. Na your friend or my friend number no then enko. Ekwabasa they only conclude said no a sham. It be na genuinely no and your fault, but you didn't do the right thing by booking from the right source. And the advice I need that is booking.com. I think the official website. So anything you cry, you can easily resolve with them. Say, be a say equity until mistress say, my journey delay, and then a buy expire until 1 year extension. Emma. When I'm sure say at least you know the base, you know, or obey me abua if there is even any issue. And it's always important say you be booking from the right source. Which is the booking.
Okay. About cool phone no so, but we've got one question from Baba Olabode. Baba Olabode is asking, are you accepting legal aid at BWF? ECF already granted?
No, sir. We don't do legal aid. Purely private.
Okay. All right. So, my brother, that's your question answered. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay. My uncle, Froso on the phone. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, good evening. This is Aminiaba.
More question being Mr. Lawyer.
I quite doubt Pacho Yeti. Why?
Because say Uber as dependent child, Chrome Hana say. after continuous 5 years, na person me who nyema obe here on the bay or settlement status no. We indefinite no.
Okay. Enti senior yenwe airkai but is it live?
Yeah, yes, live.
Good. Mr. Star, me patrol it is saying
Na me adom.
good. Me patrol akola ya kana semi or the 6 months, you know, the be room one
Pachane.
Me patrol
na me buy.
me patrol say
Pacha me amasem na me bi.
oh yeah, what wasem? Okay, patrol kasa we akwala saying akwala under 21 or akwala over 21.
Over 21.
Oh,
now.
okay.
Me ba 21 but say my book 21 no.
Na uba ya ma pre-settled.
Pachane.
And I wait for 5 years.
Pachane.
Ugusu depending on o maame no anasa o papa no sa na tie.
Me maame no.
Sa na tie.
Pachane.
Nti we prove dependency no. Na we prove relationship no. Na we prove say wait for 5 years, which is residency.
Pachona dependence na ne de.
Wo ba no we den na o kan say o ba o maame ho. So o kan say we depend o maame no hwa wo meboa. And all this some money transfer nyama bi ma wo na wo de ye.
Me pachane.
Nti some money transfer na wo maame pachane say me na me hwe me bayi. And na wo ba ye no na wa ya application. Sisi an so gusu hwe wo.
Me pachane.
Nti ye ka say dependency a wo
Me pachane me ye ejuma o. Me ye ejuma.
Me pachane wo de me yen wie. Say wo maame no woni na tie me bo a.
Pachane.
Woni na ti fie nti more or less ono na ma accommodation.
Pachane.
Ono no tie dwane ma wo.
Pachane.
Uko school.
There be me ye ejuma.
Okay, that's fine. Nti ono na ohwe wo, ye ka say ohwe wo, ono na ohwe wo bibie mu mebo a.
Pachane.
Nti ukasa wo ye adwuma, wo na wo ye adwuma de sika be fie de hwe wo maame, anasa wo maame na ohwe wo.
Me maame na no hwe me but
So wo maame na ohwe wo dia, and they would depend on wo maame. So wo ntum fifie.
There be.
Nti ukasa wo ye adwuma, then na wo pa kire.
Me ba ya no me ye ejuma nti me nim se eni kwan se me ye ejuma na.
Oh, David, which me ye ejuma ma ne ye yie. Na e wo mu ni se, won ye ejuma e be kire se sisi ade wo na wo hwe wo hwe wo ho na wo de hwe wo maame mpo. There are people like that. They come and take over the responsibility. Okay. Now, if you are not akwadane, instead of say the child depending on the parent, you know, the parent might now be depending on the child. But what just here?
Oh, okay.
But as long as say una neti, we ejuma, of course you have to work. Omesheni nyina untum fifie, omesheni nyina no na we prove say uguso ene o maame na eche ono na ohwe wo na ade. What does when you're sure you don't try to mess things up by trying your luck. Kuhu lawyer. Na ontinasi, omise bisa onsem. Na on share ni awode ba emu ni omode ma wo no, na onfa enyoma ntintim enyoma so, na onyema wo kama. Why?
Okay.
Because sometimes we have to explain certain things. Our application letter no mo.
Pacho you. Me fa mo number na ma frame.
Me pacho mati.
Me fa ma sisi ana.
Me pacho say was screen
I was screen also fantastic. Me da CP nyame in show. Yeah, no share page no so na same time next week, you know, we'll expect you to be on board. Why?
Me pacho you Martin.
Okay. Right. Thank you. And Kedi, another question about lawyer or say I have 3 months Schengen visa to Germany, but I wasn't able to go on the trip because na oyari. Obetimi ade sa Schengen visa na no aye transit through Amsterdam. Ade akobe bia oko. For instance, bia oko Accra.
Right. And so now when you know Netherlands is part of the Schengen community. Santi sa wo visa, senya transit kwa na wo ya, you can still visit that place. And if you are there and you have entry clearance, so to speak, whether it is transit or not transit, you know, which you can go on away pay.
Okay.
Because permission, you have the permission, no that.
Okay. The next one say our British passport or your part-time and oye ne masters or the ne kofa ni nua bema by babra no oye ne undergrad graduation obetimi a regularize his stay with the documents no
yo ni nua ye oba as a visitor coming to support the graduation event.
Okay.
And I don't know say ne time aso no onkoye and I say or contemplate say on person obeko. But two things. So ne time aso no onkoye a service ne wu na onkoye or you overstay.
Okay.
Na service no afina o ebewu na opeso hu say onko anasa mane nko a wanko na ade ni wu a wabeye overstay. Can I regularize my brother? Abaya din so be regularize your brother we because we are British citizen. Into how will you regularize your brother or by as a visitor? Okay. Into be our brother no so be coffee now wa ba as a student senior wo ba no. Now whilst here as a student he can find himself a way to regularize with your support.
Okay. Kingsley at the way aba or say or to Germany and owo eho enkrata ne ba at 17 and now oye German citizen or not UK ha and now what pre-settlement status. A quite best will be apply to join Nebano ewa or no say or to Germany or Germany in Krata. Okay. Neba at 17 years. But akolano ewa German Krata but oti kruma.
Akolano ti kruma. Akolano yeden oba.
So there
is a vacuum somewhere.
Okay.
And he said, "Yenye otienya." On the question we buy and won. And 17-year-old son is living in the UK. This an ebano at UK dear. We want to be an and be no coffin buyer, and I said, "No, I mean, no coffin buyer." But saying a bat now on one over presettled, no.
Miss I'm fan to Sonia.
So be pre-settled.
My son is German and lives in the UK and has a pre-settled status.
All right. Okay, Apolano okuta pre-settled status just depending on Obi. I don't know why our mama Apolano settled status. Tama or Nadia. And so I just said there are issues with that. Sometimes our colleagues say a man is settled and a man is pre-settled. Then nobody fights back. This
will try 5 years.
But say so in this case, Nebano obi be an mammy no one in the buy or cofano buy and so on in there wahani idea. Whichever way no Apolano ewa has say. So Apolano ewa settled status dear. And now obi to me prove say or no ewa Apolana brebo mua, then that's a different conversation. Into Bibia ya one dear on share na Apolano enya ni settled no. Inti and I say he can also come for the conversation to start. Say whilst Apolai what this position mu no play key or parental responsibility no in the dance say even though mommy wo no so e kan ho bi no. In that case emre no so what can he do?
Okay.
Then we take the conversation
from
there.
Okay. You when you have our line so hello.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, boss. I just saying. Yami abdo mi ho ye pa. Wa be kan ho de na chisa ya ni je nko a. Okay.
You Asmah patro boko dia.
Yenia patro apomo e.
Nyanya bin lawyer. Na patro se obi appeal na se court no granting appeal no who really appeal now. Which has been and I also from and time almost changing biometric card about no lawyer.
You me that say is it live?
Yes, live.
E patro nipa we ya appellant no o krom ha no so wo amanoni.
Patro krom ha.
O krom ha say. So normally no what will happen is that patro nipa if you are CFO ni bi wo.
Patro
good. So what's happening in the say you fighting no say na akoba ni say se nipa ni wini a instead so make say we wini ba bro na pan we yemfa ma wo nti no remedy no you say no mo ye no say mama wo letter no ma catch us have use letter we na fa kwaye application under the EUSS nti even though ade no aye late no you can still make late application. Because what you know is after June 2021. But your reason is that your case was pending in court, and hearing has taken place, your appeal is allowed, and Home Office has implemented allowed appeal. So I'm the letter bro say fair say, then you make application. Yenye omofa letter bi amba fikasin for the response bi aba.
But there be 14 days na yedima omo enyanso.
14 days no so here. Two person who say so aden bi sanet here. All right, say so na after a week or two no unti bibia na you assume say omo accept court decision no. Because sometimes the best no and I say before I best no my at the court but wouldn't because omo mama can't just say court na be tro wa ma notice say omo at the appeal against decision no abeto omo anim then wouldn't say into kwano mo kwa the next level. Until normally I tell clients say okay after 14 days or let's say 28 days let's give ourselves grace period of a week or two.
Okay.
So a week or two in TBBR, then we assume say omo and take a decision again and someone appeal further. After that point, you wait to say omo take a decision to give letter no make home assembly. How long because of backlog na it can take some time for you to get your letter. Until a check a cry, then you send a reminder say, my dear no me winning that way. Since I been winning 14 days upper home, and there be a make in that year be a 20 or 30 or 50 days after that. Until Mr. Person who implementation be senior kusi. They will respond to say be because of corona, because of this, because of that. And I said chain over your monka. Until response in the bar. A letter, then they will say, following the appeal that Ayala or court, you now have this letter, which can be used as relevant document to make application under the USS scheme, and therefore use it as part of your documents. This card letter no, enable replace card na and kaya application will succeed here and kaya no letter no be replacing because you need that relevant document to make application under USS program no. And when we just wait. Why? We shall now want it now what send one message say how far? Then they will say something. Why? Now what the impabo a piano.
You piano.
In this case, £80 that ben on this year,
£80 man.
£80 cost no.
Court fee allowed. Ucha 140 by court, I'm 80 won't. So you see the discretion with the judge. And even though Nediana 140 no, no 80 because judge didn't feel say 80 here at that point in terms of fee award. Now, a one away understand with lawyer and a yamao. And to catch our lawyer say you want to know when you can get the money. They will follow up with the Home Office and get the money for you. Okwana.
Maybe also.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's it. Lawyer, we a bisa or say our dependents are more a UK resident permit in my wife's name. What does that mean? Do they need transit visa if they want to visit Ghana with KLM?
Right. And in your part, you say, or we or more leave to remain. I don't know. As a resident permit could be indefinite or limited, but they have visa in the UK. Okay. They want to travel. They want to use KLM. Do they need transit visa? KLM, now the moment, I'm kind of say, so when you're British citizen or EU national, you need transit visa when you are passing through their border, their airport. Okay.
All right. Busia say afi eno abeka ho we are aware say we are on the community and the law there ye dey ebro ye mramu nkoma BWF Solicitors eboyen ema yedi ebrebia enunti hyɛno nso sɛ obekai amanfo na afi waba ababe join ni yen all the time yen text message line is 0795042278 and also obefrɛ 07399208468. Okay, abusia ida say so guso ehwe Sabri yeba na fi the last stretch of the conversation dia bro na ya quiz na ya pager yemu enti shenon so sa amame me wo one final question na me pese lawyer ebe address e de amaye which is sa exemption na ye ka ho asem me ko bisa ya brofo no bisa fee waiver any exemption synonymously they use them. And briefly, how do we make an application like that? Say, me qualify and now say, how do I make an application like that? Hello?
Hello. Reko michecha ite for na hwefo. Patot nka.
Meto nka pa we ayi me hesi mitimi asua me German for na guten tag.
Guten Tag. Okay.
Yeni abana my thing and abeka yen ho ewo aha na obi a oboa yen ma yede jimedi ne balo Asmah so ewo ha na fa na emra meto so na telephone number that was 0759662015 and now say kt@consult@gmail.com say opese o contact na ebio yemawo akwaba.
Yo, recommendation. La Asmah, Pacho, greetings, sir.
Greetings to you. Now, me Pacho, apomo.
Dumon kwa o ni ahwe me ho ye pa.
You are brightening like the afternoon star.
Say, we are the boss anu atiatu mu. We are the boss anu atiatu. Okay, now me Pacho, what bay, me enyina wo bay so na me fa emisa lawyer. That's a very quick question and sani akọ. Yen other bits and also lawyer ma yehunu se opese wo ma yedi court fee no echewa application fee na utimi application ema yede free and I chew you free but kwanye fa so application no me fee me sir because I hear baby and reku mo say me pacho lawyer wa obeyi anu ama but briefly yen fa 2 minutes na yen hwe yen ya or what line or so no hello.
Oh, hello, good evening.
Good evening. Number pacho teneka
pacho me anu masambe de
anso wo
we say na lawyer because mina mbisa bazamblano no na epita na lawyer because obisa question be about zamblano no
nkai papa
But okay, nya akemu na ehia say ya beka no Pacho bisa.
To them person me kase my year 2.5 no so but me kunu enia or no oko Ghana for about 12 years.
Saying 12 years.
12 years. Inti me kwa na minam na my zamblano na my 2.5 so.
Oh, 2.5 na be 28th of July no why dada.
There be 2.5 my year no so dada e dey atum.
Me Pacho, nya wona wo say 2.5 na be 28th July no. Where different Zambrano? Right. Into why you 2.5 now? What change Zambrano no so?
Zambrano no 1st of July and I'm a year waiting to December 2.5 no. They said me any na eko.
And we apply two applications at the same time.
I took 2 applications at the same time.
Now, Hindi na aba first. Ebi ambaye.
Ebi ambaye. But Zambrano certificate of application aba.
And una na ubi say does it mean say ubenya na?
Because me ni kunu wa ha. And I'm kunu for Ghana for about 12 years.
Me pacho Zambrano one we yan say lawyer no yema o.
Me pacho me de my lawyer.
Aha, nti me gidi say lawyer no eyusu mra no e de ye no senior osese oye no. Santi omuso be hwe na senior ye nyina ye ni e hwe kwan no omo de amawo. But minim kwan a lawyer no fa so ye. Ba me bom pa ye say senior ye so ye no sa na oye santi when me ti criteria nko ade a omo de be mawo. But the American say ejina nipa no a obe make a decision no eso. Why?
I'm so or the atoso. Well, lawyer, me quickly na ebrana eyetia yenenti and then him say dwumadi bebre gu anim nti memfa obre ni nyina. But yen hwe say me pese omode fee no echeme. You exempt me. I apply for a waiver. And then how do I go about it briefly? No,
yo, me da se bebre. Enti sa wo ye waiver na, ese se wo kyerem se wontumi entua edikan. Then enti na wontumi entua. Eda se wan wo nye adwuma. Because imra no ma okwan se wo ye adwuma.
Okay.
Ana se wo ye adwuma, basika na eba no esua. Enhwe entumi nsonwo ene wo mba omoka ho no. Se unye ejuma kwan ben so na ufa edidie because you will not be living on empty stomach. The biomis udidi. The kwan ben so na ufa so a udidi ntin konfo omoboa wo no. Omo de lecture de baba ne ade se unyi sika wo de tua rent a baby a wote no a nipa na oboa wo the accommodation no or the lecture baba or the beboa wo no de the rent tenancy and I say mortgage bibia kan ho say ono anga so our right to that property into waje wat na oboa o e bia woda the kitchen and I say woda no hall there are people are omoye sofa surfing just omo de da sofa mu because of ahwechire enti nipa no beka ni nyina na wo de aye bia asori for boa o omo de support letters ebeba e bia na fofo bi eboa o omo de support letter ebeba then ni nyina no wo de make you case say wuni unye ejuma nkrofo na ehwewo ene ya 1 point. The next breath ni say bia wo ye ejuma ba sika no so how do you prove say sika no so aha na wo be hwe sika wonya no na wo de betoto sika wo spending no every month
yeah.
And the last week now we boss so priority expenses. Nti e be hwe wo priority expenses ni na ebia na wo de ka ayetewo eno so ebeba be ka ho bi na ye hwe ni nyina na ye de toto ho a ye hu say sa nimpa wei edikan no sika no eka echire no bia ye £100 in keep it simple. So £100 so save you every month to cry. It will take sa nimpa 26 months. Because 100 times 26 no 2,600. Bia 26 months no be so no na wa be illegal da. So be illegal so a ye hwan na call say Secretary of State because one kasa ontia enko tumi ye enko wa meye illegal and because wa be illegal anti article 8 right is affected. Santi pay you to me prove say sika ni so santi even though a big cano will not be enough to pay
for
I just saw yesusu answer e be che santi omo share no so na omo man exemption. So it is not always the case say a minus or deficit.
But
sometimes it can be surplus, but the question is how much surplus? And how long, how many of such surpluses will be enough to pay 2,600? And you say £1 a you need to save 2,600 months. And I say 100 that will be 26 months. Say 200 that will be about 13 months.
But say obet means caseworker or whoever now consider me I can say a health statement or say Asmah boy me charity way or me say those people should be able to help you pay for your fee.
So the next point in this say, are these people not willing to continue to help you?
Okay.
So first question is your circumstance changed to the point that you have become destitute or you are imminently destitute? So the test is established. We are now abisa some microphone no moboa wono adenti no mu nkoso emboa obiem. Hana san microphone no be tro aka ho say yes ye boa no na mbom nyenso anwokyera ba santi papa ye no ye biem. So we just ade no eye dia. Then what they are saying is that they cannot assist you any further. Nti ebeka sa argument a wo be kwakoto caseworker no enim. The caseworker will always ask you, say, have you contacted charity organizations? Ne adie. This is what contacted charity organizations are. Organization ben na we contacting one, then no more kaye. The first say we contact one interested is so ma obibi. So obi kura obi an nipa no contact shelter. The nipa na contact shelter for. You realize that shelter for no omo eboa nkrofo a mo ye homeless. Maybe I will call you no more can say because of demand or more nti ntumi anyden emwa at this point. That is your evidence. Nti when I say we say why your homework ni nyina na say wutumi nya sa nyoma ni nyina toto ho a na wo de ato mo nim say nkrofo no mo boa me na mo so mo ntumi emwa me biem. Obi kura wo mu a first or your application no ye okay. The second renewal application no on ye okay. Robert can say after my first application, my situation has changed. And in the next 12 months, my situation will not get better. Santi, I need help. Okay. But it is your case, and you have to prove it.
Okay. Now,
yeah.
Now, you teacher. Who question bill?
Now, near lawyer Asmah can say, MBS cano, unye being back, Kakanga can't read to honor. Ansa na obenya sika na odbeya de no na ache na yembia question back one o kana ababesi ma nitirim se enti omo obibi nso a embia wo de onyanka wo betua but at your current circumstance and situation no untumi entua that time enti embia yenye ma na emfansa and down mount say senior energy
I'm saying question we be say earlier Sada Humbermu.
Well, to be frank, I want to mean there, you tell them some of chow. Okay. And yes, I'm will be free because you're free. But it me the chairman, ye. He said the Quacha. But of course,
NHS, dear no, surcharges, there will be a ye mawana at least Uchiano every month, a crank account to so be clear free home. Enti mi feel same bianca when so no but enti sa de ayem koye nim na yem ni so
what NHS search as no cry no what happens unless they be a what the car what the one dada
sir
no any different from application fee no say no na wo kan e obi a or the NHS a card dada be wa hospital abra un qualify na ya ma no bill so we your application as I say wutumi kire mu say won de car because that will go against you. It is a one car, na sa the car, quite ben so na wo clear sa e car no. Nti wo betiri say woni wo payment arrangement. A wo tua. Nti nya say we wia sa ade no e na wo pese wo betua. But sa wo ye immigration application no a because bibia ya internet so nti wo betua and sa wa submit it.
All right.
So there's no way a wo baba din wo ka. But sa wo de else I are buying a wabadi in the car, but so the NHS card ya a paperwork into the back home. And no crab boa fee waiver or fee exemption applications and me crab the NHS card me be at £30 a month. So that will be part of your priority expenses. That's how I cry yamina mitia a sorrow for no major or most made then. Or madam for way no otia. Madam for so and run and the mammy wooye into car be fee into a see on to me why me beam. Mechina obiansu ni ho a obetumi aiden aboa asori a meni da omo so omo bo me kakra no omo say pressure na ye too much nti omo aboa me kakra eye santi mini bebia ekobiem age se aban na wa aboa me na ya bisa say sadia for bank statement nyina bra na yenhwemu se ne awo ka no sa na tie With the statement he by who said Joe Menu was sending £200 last month. You who said John Manson so was sending £300. You who said Kofi Menu is sending £500. You took Krutokrubias, the Kafi Mubas, the Kafi also echo. And the Yabisa say, way a quahi, the way if he never, because we see a hodini ho. Until every sika or bank account, you may say we're explaining. Until normally every sika £100 air cost rono, we be explaining. Now air co acquire, then air ba abaye. Now the air calling the air babayan should be based on your living situation. And you say, medical donation because no omope donors emo baby donate sika.
Yeah, what's about
exactly. Obi a ehia wo na wo ya doye. You see? But if everything is as it should be there, omo ye nipa they able to listen. But it should be proven. Until all the bank statement are wo nkwala de wo de with savings, credit card de nyina wo de beba na wo de akoma wo. Na wa church bibie mu kama accommodation se nkwala wo mu a maybe se nkwala na papa no omoma maintenance ana enti so omoma sika bi a ahin na omode ma omoma sika nso a adentia then you explain why they give and why they don't give and why they give less.
Asmah, ubo nkwala savings ya mama akabi because be related to this and I say bia a advice I'll be to me there my one say nyina ye wo mma initially, my name says still our moye abane amount trust be I think £250 or say something by a trust I would go to a 18 years. And bank only omobeye no omutumi allow say be abusumi biara would it be beba beka ho na che say akra ne benya 18 na sa sika no enyi na ayembia could this trust scar or the to our service in kakra nka to sakra na benya 8 wotumi use no so kan wana no de nka emfa ho kra
yo me da se bebre now any kind of 250 no these days no omo mfama omo shada mfama let me put it that way ko bia na ebi munya na minim ba omo shada mfama bebre se kane no
okay
but obi o ma anangasa e build children's savings now and ahochire aba.
Yes.
So the question is, should we go through ahochire and save our children's savings? So that ahochire no be kume ne nkwala nyina ne sika na da ho ahome. And now say yen use sika we. So they are looking at the family pot, not the parents' money. Nti bia imagine o ba no ba ko a oka application no ho ama bill na akosoro no. The savings either ho £10,000. Now we see a watch ring. Mangasa de minisika. Savings near me bad dear. Odi 18 and obey you soon to Miss Rao. Don't touch it.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Dear.
Anyway, we're very team. I mean, we enjoy and it keeps me, Miss Asembi. Now, we are my you fan now.
Oh, I don't know read now, Masha.
Well, me son Kranti.
And now football, football, dear. Near Ocean and I support no. It's a mini particular team.
Okay, yeah. We have for Mama Afi Yamfa a year the quiz no embra quickly. Na sorry, I say more questions in the agenda now, but unfortunately we've run out of time in tea. And then
so Rako, let me just finish off with this. Say because of that, in your marketing here a war fee exemption or fee waiver application you can easily get it wrong. So I will try say yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it is always advisable say whatever my lawyer unim fee waiver rules and how to explain the information no ewo ade ni no. Because if you may genuine say obo obosia no senka obe yusu na wo hu say wo yusu a wontumi ntua na wo san de man ni wura
back. Okay.
You should be able to explain. But then the hot there wontumi ka say wunya ye na wo san de koye. And I say wunya obo obosia no na nipa no say so wontumi
so the who lawyer no be bisa leading questions exactly. That will bring out those answers.
Explain the information there what the enemy because be an genuine say uji sika na was sign the call back by be an pan kwa say okay farmer me nyi mami because ono ben if as can come no
okay
then you have to explain the context but so when you explain it there on my dream say who was sika no and now one person ubetia
okay yeah abusia mo ma fe yenkɔ na yenkofa quiz no emfa emrantina you give me the permission na yenkobisa yen question no ewo quiz ne mo na me kan we Abraham ye won UK ha in 1979 to foreign nationals and held a dual British and Ghanaian nationality. He's lived in the UK all his life and had only visited Ghana once. You're convicted of murder and you're sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 15 years. 2011, and I say, British citizen, Mofamadi, into your passport, no renouncing a British citizenship. Then in 2013, whilst in prison, he got married to a British citizen who had 2 children from a previous relationship. But Abraham did not have a parental relationship with Sam Kalano. In 2018, the SSHD made a deportation order. But your SSHD,
that's the Secretary of State for Home Department. So,
okay.
Mami Priti Patel.
Okay. Now, anyone Abraham said no, obey appeal. What will be the likely outcome of his appeal? His appeal will be allowed. His appeal will be dismissed. I say okay, I have seen that the answers have started coming. Yanko numbers no so 07399208468 and now selber send the text 0795042278 na so address say na me ba ho o wa me too ho
sorry ore kumpacho obi frɛ studio ni sa o mfa no na ode be frɛ me enzna me ne kasa me ne kasa e ma ne mo aye mpacho
okay dear mami ja na me call ya Asmah ho emra abusiafo mo mfa mo answers no embre o text message no ye beje enya san so a photo platform no so na fi me nhwe NK say NK and why are very active. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Or number 2, the appeal will be dismissed. Yanko Ezekiel Johnson. Once I day. Minhuyu. Okay. Odeshe ba nana kweku meye dede. Ononso say a year number 2. And then Atajima also hear from here. Atajima also hear from Grace in SS. Atajima. Yama yente wonka sanso so ana I feel the more call na be see me mobile phone so there you o text na fabre yen ewa yen studio number no so 07399 268408 and I said Atajima what they know about okay me enyi emfiso na yenkofa ofofro I mean kofa another one here Ezekiel Johnson say Ezekiel say welcome senior yes Ezekiel also you've been very active today Nana Hima Sapong essay number 2 yawo Nana Bafo ansa Redditch in the UK and I will share Nana answer any day. Maybe I wish I know the dodgy answer, but major answer everywhere. Okay, Ezekiel Johnson, essay answer no a year number 2. Okay, good. I've got your answer. Would I be able to have somebody come online to explain the entire mommy answer number 2? No. I don't know whether I should. Ezekiel, can you try it? And I say, Adeshe banana kuku. Odi last me friend also now word jumamunti. Probably I won't have you to answer that. But my main say minya Ezekiel Johnson or what? Nana Brimpon or say, okay, you've given an answer in the chat. Okay, let me bring it up. Before then, Emmanuel say the appeal will be refused. Okay, and then Nana Obimpon Enye 2 because he has spent a year in prison and that will disqualify him. Maybe sir, lawyer will answer no. Okay, lawyer.
But the fact we had said that minimum of 15, wasn't
15.
it?
Yeah, and my main templates, so or say was born in UK 1979 to British foreign nationals and held a dual citizenship, or Ghanaian and half British. He's lived in the UK all his life, visited Ghana once. He was convicted of murder and sentenced to life imprisonment with a minimum term of 15 years. Emuno, and or renouncing the British citizenship. And or worry will be or one mum but on need parental relationship with them or frano. And in 2018, Secretary of State, a year decision said you deport no. But we say we did 1 year in prison and in Tinabia.
Right. Well, I think the opportunity said at least he's been in prison for at least 12 months no, or 1 year no, because he knows say we could demo for at least 12 months or now bar. Let's say a year, depend on the context of sir where you know I would call that prison or you bet me catch say cool. But your fact here, agency in Numpano crowd even more than 1 year. No. Let's just say it was a very serious because murder, you can imagine.
Okay, but he is saying, say, the
appeal will be refused.
Appeal will be refused, which is number 2.
Yes.
But the reason, no, and be a answer no,
yes,
quite different. And the case say, murder case, it's a serious case that he's still treated. He's still a threat to the public. I think that's what you want to mean. Okay. Yen share Emmanuel Sechin Suso Edeba Kwaba. He had renounced his citizenship and has spent more than 1 year in prison. Okay. We also saw the caveat to be.
So the standard is 12 months.
Okay.
Yeah.
And also the caveat.
At least one year.
Okay. And lawyer. Okay. Me Mr. say answer. Now be my answer na.
Yes, Oreku.
Hold on, me back. Mami mfa wani mu mama to so na uti a mama obi ehun se wati.
Oh.
Okay, answer be na de be my.
Oreku kromu ha omo nsem ne de ya na ha adwen na se murder case bem na wo minimum spent on person mo de ma 15 years and that just assembly mode ye. Enti no once na occurring now so with British citizenship no. And I think said they will refuse the appeal.
Okay. And what reason they say serious case no. And was I renounce with citizenship. And we appeal cry even though you've married a British national who has children, and unfortunately children no cry once I need parental with the relationship.
So say new law na abano. Say yet to me cry Jew British citizen everyone some Brian Bo amane any act new one say no na Uncle Ben ka ho asem no enti no with that no yem fam and talk of being a murderer we are there yem fam enti omo be refuse to appeal. I don't know if
for mama men call lawyer hoy na aja men koje de ho lawyer
yo enti nia e wo mu ni say uma ye call fact no so a ye nugget no
okay
because we are directly linked to the nugget so
okay
until I say one, the fact that a foreign criminal, who is a foreign criminal? A foreign criminal is a criminal who is not a British citizen. That means that in pano or your ho.
Okay.
Until the kind
lawyer with me you no see here. You were some 35 ni din or the amaya no or say number 2. manfa wan hwe ya na fe awaka say odene asaba manfa man bibi be mu obeka say mesisi no. Okay, lawyer but you tell us.
Change your party and who be come.
There be one passing me auntie Mr. Omami your color.
Right. And the fact that a foreign criminal, yeah, Charles say a foreign criminal here or with the bonny Britain or Memu.
Okay.
Bonny no good ahodo bebre. Ebetumi abese a rape. Ebetumi abese a murder. Ebetumi abana ekeka ho bebre. Ye nua indie a murder. Let's just say a committed crime.
Okay.
Serious crime. Ye nua on ye British because
or renounce it
or puye or sign them on back. Santi time no we see no ye ho.
Okay.
So a foreign criminal.
Criminal.
Go back to fact because we are looking at the law, linking it to the fact that we conclude.
Yeah, we have it.
Then we move on to say sign pay a committee offense. That offense no say a render nimpa no liable to deportation. So then we say be break to 1 year, 12 months, 1 year, 12 months because the standard say you go to
that would try 1 year.
At least 12 months wa. If you mean more than that, now we bar. Then what we meet it threshold no. And to sign way is he rendered liable to deportation or a foreign criminal. Wakwa them your sentence no wakwa them custodial sentence for 15 years
minimum.
Not just say minimum. Not just say we meet deportation liability no threshold.
Okay.
Then I say while he was still a British citizen, imposed on a British citizen at the time no offense no does not even mean that there was no public interest to prevent his deportation.
Okay.
In the case no a strong first one no talks about foreign criminals. The second part no the about say even if you are British, so long as there's public interest test no. Between there actual. You know a foreign criminal, I could them 15 years, back, and I deport no, and now also say they be, and now or fight it. I didn't copy court because you have the right to appeal.
And we cry no, or share the previous one, or say even though or British citizen or born in the UK no, so what's some no ABB more do your public interest
exactly
interest you bet him do ako wo so ko dem we say British citizenship no cry me pay so
you are a foreign criminal because you're British because we are renouncing a citizenship.
Okay.
And now in leave be as so obetumi die then agents apart from the wife no but even if the wife no cry no or claiming human rights Article 8 family life for cry. It doesn't change the fact that now why you no affected public interest.
Okay.
And on that basis no should we say he should stay or we should say he should go? Would the judge say he should stay or would the judge agree that he should go? Then the judge will agree that no.
Okay.
So what judge say?
Okay.
Until sir appeal here to say no. Judge no can say okay. We win.
Okay. Enti senior lawyer Ekaya no the answer his appeal will be dismissed. Based
But case we own say ya ko say ye nua be ma na ye stock exchange you say bank for
Kweku Adobole.
Akoya similar. Even though his wasn't a murder case, but Ushemwa, akoya
financial act.
Well, you manage a coy.
Okay. Okay. There are a few interesting comments about Adenum. Ezekiel Deba could be a buy or say for all intents and purposes, he will be treated as a foreign criminal. Besides the April 2020 case law, precedents will be invoked. Ezekiel, Otimra.
Why a lawyer crowd?
Otimra. Okay, another one.
Zalika. Kotu case, no. Yeah, nugget case, no. Zalika holds, so his answer is true.
Ezekiel, I was having Timmy Chawa there. Okay, and they can take his nationality from him, and he has renounced his citizenship as British and automatic deportation. And now Brimpong made it so at the end. And the next one, similar to the bank guy. Oh, okay. Brimpong and Sanso so I support too. Now my TDN. You know what? People are. I'm happy. The purpose of this program, is to get people to be empowered. People are beginning to understand the law. People are beginning to apply it rightly. And then the say obi a situation be say at least we have say a whole lot of people will begin to understand the say my situation say any better. Until worst case no just be am the comma lawyer na be am more strategies in any kwan bia mo fa ho ade ama. Abusia I'm so very happy.
Before we wrap up, it is very important to remind ourselves say the case of Zalika takes a different approach in terms of whether somebody who has been born in the UK to foreign parents becomes citizen by registration or by default under Section 1, acquired British citizenship and commit a crime of such nature, goes into custodial, goes through custodial sentence for that period or back out. Nipa no baka say citizen ti omunjami ana. Zaleka can say, we shall throw on us foreign. Oba also say, even when you were a British citizen.
Okay.
Whether born or became, whether you are a citizen. So,
where the Democrat was saying as a because was a renounceable citizen.
For the apart from so you saw a foreign citizen, but you are normally a mbanu baby. Oh, me could have book koko, me a citizen.
No, this
live a life.
Yeah, no, you
but
can't.
You are still a citizen with caveat, because Zalika can say it doesn't matter your citizenship. As long as you are a foreign citizen who has become a British citizen, excuse my expression, one year near Etinia, me put it away. 1 year near Etinia, I can say,
Cool. Okay.
I hope you say, Zalika, better keep
last
going.
man, Pacho, internet says, oh, condemn Kwa dia, a bear feto. And I said,
yes, sir, you were custodial sentence. Custodial that say you could demo, and it depends on the offense, you know. Set you could demo 12 months and over, at least 12 months in one. Naturally say, basem.
But less than 12 months, the possibility say be 50-50, and
well, say, near 12 months, and so maybe I could be say a magistrate court, because magistrate court or more threshold most of the time is 6 months. They have the power to impose custodial sentence 6 months. And yes, sir, you could say Crown Court, or more extra powers to give more. Near dear. Into dependence and any power we dear who know. And I say, why you born in no, a man will be less than 12 no. They be as our born a bonnet but it be with some discretion.
okay.
But near 12 equally dear, let us say mood. Now, you any dear 15 years.
15 years minimum.
And now, yes, sister, I mean, a begum. Only dear, no renounce you. No, cause Syria co fight here. We no say me ba me chrome no say we chrome ni he we chrome ni wo ma me no papa chrome because we di boni a yentimi no
ntina. Okay. Yeah, abusia say ebre no say time and tide waits for no man. Yet titi abete so na cha no obi a we chance ni we die ni. Ade san ade agroye de no so na ye chrome kwa wa no. Na bre enunti ye do ebe abesia nti mema ye na maiti kwan na wadase na fi around the upper my ansana mema baba be ponkra. But I just want to remind all of you sir, this program would be summarized in English and will be put on all our platforms. And if it is that you didn't have the benefit of really enjoying the full strength, so to speak, of the discussion because of the language barrier, don't worry, the summary will be put on all our platforms. BWF Solicitors Facebook page, BWF Solicitors LinkedIn, on Instagram, and all the social media platforms. So if you want us to make you part of our distribution list, please send us a text with your name and your number 07950 422 780 07950 422 780. Na mami enjamawe na da lawyer ase na fi yemfa empo.
Yo, lawyer Asmah, Charles Asmah, you better was special as a dapa at the mouth. They do Saturday say, I na the end no credit about copy nanso no. And I'm community ne ho dog. And viewers, listeners, a baby tea and tino. Senior tibia, not more baby kaya home night day and mamma sign. Say, Yamin Shaw, Banyamin Shaw, BWF Solicitors team in answer. Me personal way should be near some me pena me to connect say baby she toreku me mama casa enche meda ubibia se kited consult edumedie no so koso upese outro English language from A1 to baby obekubia functional skills B1 B2 baby no you can register your interest with us sebeboa kwan bi etie bia na beboa na wetumi akotro English no. Life in the UK no so demo bisa life in the UK no so from senior no so tie we are interested still you can contact us and roots na bebrebe adbegu so nyina nso no ne nyina was so enti no mon follow ya bibia just like the page share the page mo bi nso nti eduma pa yedi wa ha nyame nhira obibia oreku medase.
Well, then I'll be join quickly.
Right. Thank you very much, our host. And viewers, listeners, thank you very much for keeping faith. Today we have looked at a case that was promulgated as part of the Nugget April 2022. And that's very important that if you're a foreign criminal, deportation is very, very imminent. In other words, if you commit an offense, go into prison, you come back at least 12 months, you can be deported, you will be deported. And the case also says that if you are even a British citizen and the offense borders on public interest, it is also likely that you can be deported. And therefore, it is important that we remain careful and comport ourselves. We've also looked at the key question of whether you can be exempted from immigration fee application if you do not have the money to pay. The answer is yes, and we said that it is yes, but you have to meet the exemption criteria and also the requirement. The criteria is that you are making human rights application. In other words, you are making Article 8 application, family life or private life. We've also said that you have to prove that you do not have the money to pay the £2,613 fee. And you have to prove with bank statement, pay slips, your expenses, your incomes. You have to explain every transaction in the bank account. And the bank statement should cover all bank statements in the family, including that of the children. If you're able to do that, and you're also able to prove that those helping you are no longer able to help you, then you qualify for that exemption. All we are saying is that even though the Secretary of State has power to charge fees, they also have the duty to ensure that Article 8 rights of those people are not affected. Thank you very much, and we wish you a wonderful weekend.
Yeah, abusia eni na mijawo ede asiha na fe yaba ababe pon. Why is my application to remove no recourse? Last week I can wasem na say to me apply for fee waiver and so lawyer about enkomo ade amai. It's been the community and the law. If I'm Reku Frimpon, I said Nkoma Professor Ade, my producer and director and studio manager, and to Sheila Ankra and Padmo Dodu for the background work and the aesthetic and administration, and also to BWF Solicitors lawyer for no any Penifo ho enina BBI free Uncle Ben, Uncle Richard, Auntie Eunice, Uncle Patrick, lawyer Asmah, and Sandra and Abusiafua Ewoho Enyina. The Lord Chancellor, yeah, I know you are there. Thank you very much for being part of our life. Abusia, we'll be back again same time next week on the platform, the community and the law. Ebio Yefremi Ureku Owusu Frimpon.
my everything, yeah. My everything is you, Lord. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Everybody say, how can I express my gratitude for all the many things you've done for me? Words are not enough, enough to say thank you. So Lord, you are my everything. You're my everything. How can I